All right. I think we're good. We might be good. So, that was a power fluctuation. That's never happened, as far as I know, during a stream. But it happened this time. Couple of my lights. Damn rice. Unfortunately, it's now changed my lights to be yellow. That's sort of annoying. Let me see if I can't fix that. Off, on. Hey! A little bit better. At least you weren't editing. Well, good news is my new editing program saves every time I do something. It's really good. It hasn't crashed yet. Hopefully the last super chat came through. I don't think it did. Oh no. What was the last super chat? That sucks. Oh no. The last one I have here is from Zenny, which was this one.
Let's rock.
Which we talked about. You know, Walcom sometimes I don't belong in this community because I can't mod anything. You don't need to mod anymore. Crunchy? The hell do you need a mod for when Dart Zone is just making banger after banger after banger? Dart Zone just out there slapping blasters out. They don't care. They make good ones. What do you need a mod for? If anything, you should be sad modding is dead. Kinda, sorta, Shirako. I need to be able to buy the thing plus all the materials. To do it right. Walcom, did you hear about Gav? I've kept up a little bit with Gav. I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll find out here in a week or so. Deforma and Vita makes a really good point. You have a hard time finding games that are above a Dart Zone FPS cap. Read the rest, says Silver Squid. I don't see rest. We're kind of in this realm where most modding is done for cosmetic purposes, and I'm totally on board for that. Common Writer Gav, the next Common Writer. Try to shore up my beard a little bit. You could, Shirako. There's no reason. It's just like, not everybody has the skill to mod or the money to bankroll a mod, so it's cool that the Maxim exists. It would be nice to get like a good purpose-built full auto rifle thing. I wish they could give the Omnia another try. Hey, Walcom, what about the Shelby Destroyer not existing yet? We talked about that like a month ago. It's weird that we talked about that a month ago, and then all of a sudden a lot of people are talking about it. But yeah, I don't know. Shelby Destroyer, kind of don't care. I didn't buy one, although they used my quotes from talking to them in person all over their website without ever saying anything. I found out about that a little bit later. But yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I hope you didn't put money into it. But yeah, you're not getting it back. They're gone. I made the JROTC rifle. I don't know what that stands for, but good for you. When can we expect the review of the Flywheel Sovereign? I have no clue. Like I said, I might not even do it. Walcom, I can't get my hands on Dart Zone, only X-Shot and Nerf. eBay is a thing. Have you played the Nerf video game yet? It's a few years old. I tried it, and it's not very good. Are you talking about Legends? Yes. I have it. They even sponsored me to do a video on it, which was really weird. And it was basically like, hey, there's a Nerf game where you can use your favorite blasters. Check it out in the description. That was the entire ad read. And they paid like $1,200 for that. Adam Rise back with a $1 super chat. And it's their third super chat on the live stream. Well, thank you very much, Adam. I really wish that X-Shot revolver was real. I'm really confused about that one. But, yeah. I don't know. We live in a weird world where I kind of wish modding was more of a thing, but I'm glad it's so much more accessible now. Join your Reserve Officer Training Corps. Military training in high school can be a great program. Good to know. I had no idea. My school sucked. Horribly. My school was awful.
Let's rock.
Crunchy, if I look on eBay right now, I guarantee you I can find a Maxim Pro. I'm more open to paying for commissions now that I've learned to budget, so your idea seems more probable than it seems. That's the thing. So, Coop wanted to do this back in the day. He did like a Kickstarter where you could just pay him money for him to do this thing. The difference is Coop had more money than God. I don't. So that's my rationale for like trying to see what I can give back to a community. Because the end-all project could be you're gambling, but it could be a massive viewership spike. I think I could do it well. It would be more technical. I will give out some other hints. It would be gasoline powered, and it would be a fully working vehicle. A tank, if you will. You know, we could do something like mount a Moab to it and other stuff. And there's a lot of cool tech that I'd like to include that I don't have the capabilities of doing, but I know people who might be able to help me on that. And the budget would be to pay people in the community to help me finish this project in the way that I want it to be. So I think it has a lot of potential. There's not a whole like it on YouTube, although there is some things like it on YouTube, not both NERF and non-NERF. And I really want to do this project because it gives me a reason to mod something that isn't just like completely invalidated by Dart Zone stuff. So I want to do this thing, but if you want to wait months for me to be able to afford it, that's probable. Or I could open it up for people to do basically buying sponsorship slots on the thing. So X amount of the blaster would be dedicated towards sponsorships, where you can pay X amount of dollars to get your logo vinyled on the entire thing. And we do a big wrap of the entire vehicle. Please review the Adventure Force Desperado, Adam. I have 2 coming from Homely, so I will have them soon. Quad miniguns? Yeah, there's so much room for shenanigans. King Kavosha with a tool already. Keep that tank from Beret. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, King Kavosha. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem because he's not even up here anymore. Hey, Tag! You lost... The entire stream went down because of the power block. Yeah. But we're back. I'm just chilling. Trying not to check my phone to see how well my new video is doing and being disappointed. Because I put a lot of time into it. Do you shoot real still? I have several firearms, yes. I don't think there... I have a feeling it would be like 1 platinum sponsor, 2 like gold sponsors, and the rest would be like silver sponsors. There's a lot of reasons why the viewership for that video would be low. Not much I can do about it. I don't think the stream takes away from that.
Let's rock.
I'm just eating Safeway Chinese food. Do you play an instrument? I played a flute in from like elementary school to high school. I don't know how the hell streamers eat while streaming. It's so hard. Classic for real, I have the idea to potentially do a project that I would require funding for, and to fund that project, I would sell sponsorship spots on the thing that I'm building. and it would be a departure for the channel for sure, but it would still be it'd be essentially a Nerf tank, like a good one, like gasoline powered goodness. I have an idea. I want to do it. I'm trying to work out if that's okay. Is that bad looking? Because I know Coop tried to do like, I want to make a drone, a Nerf drone, and he put like a GoFundMe and had a whole bunch of problems, and most of it was like, Coop, you're rich as hell. Why the hell do you need to do a GoFundMe? I'm not. So I'm offering to do a series of videos on a thing. I just need help funding that thing, and I can do all the work. And whatever funding goes over that thing, I'll just take out of pocket and add revenue. So the thing itself would be a couple $1,000s. So I would probably have to do like gold sponsors would probably be a couple $100s. There's not infinite room to do this. I'm still thinking about it, but I wanted to like put the vague idea out there to see if what everybody's opinion on that was. Like, if that's bad optics, then I won't do it. I honestly don't know. I'm asking you. But my plan is to build something super cool, do multiple videos on this thing, make it become a fixture of the channel to some degree, and you have your chance to be immortalized on it. But my issue would be like, if I'm going to do like sponsorships, well then I have to make enough money to pay for the actual like putting of those sponsors on the vehicle. And I would like to sell like, you know, 1 inch by 1 inch spots or whatever on the thing. And let's say we have 100 of those, and each one of those is X amount of dollars to reach up to a point. That's the kind of thing that I want to do. I would like to not have to do that, because then I could just commission Slater to do like really cool wall chan artwork all over it. But that would be the idea. I'd happily take no, nothing. I haven't even, like, I'm being as vague as possible because I'm gauging. If you guys think this is a good idea that would work and there's no optic, like, oh, this is dumb, don't do it, then I will put together a pitch video for this. That's my plan. Where everybody would see where every dollar went to on this whole project. I would bring the project to fruition, and I would, you know, document everything along the way. I would have to pay somebody to help me procure the object. My older brother has put vague interest into it, and it would be different kind of content than what I'd normally build, but it's still entirely Nerf related, or foam flinging related. I have basically a roundabout idea of what I want to do already done. It's just a matter if I put out a pitch video, I don't want to do it this. This is me trying to figure out, is this something I can do? Now, if you guys say it's a bad idea, then I won't do it. But if you guys say it's a good idea, and even you're potentially interested in helping, that's more than enough. I'm not asking for you guys to give me money. I want to put it out as a bigger video for the start of a project. Once I do that, there's almost no return, there's no going back. I'd have to pretty much do, it's either going to happen or I'm going to look like a fool and it won't happen. But it would be a vehicle that would have every blaster that a vehicle would need to have. It would be gasoline powered, and it would be completely rideable. And it would be as over the top as I can make it. So we're talking like Moab mounting and a bunch of other stuff added to it. So that's the idea. It would be purpose-built for foam flinging and nothing else. And it would be something that, like, it potentially in the future at, like, a war. Like, if there's a war on the East Coast. Not East Coast. East Coast would be horrible to try to get something from one side of the coast to the other on a trailer. You would need a trailer for it. But, like, Ragfest 2025, it could be there. Assuming they would allow it to be there, just, like, as a thing that you can see and touch and see. That kind of thing. That's a way that I could try to put stuff that I have in the back. Like, I have the Moab, but I'm not really doing anything with it. Put that back into the channel and make it actually usable. And move on from there with a whole bunch of other ideas, because there's so many things. So, That's the idea. But in order to fund it, the thing itself would be a couple $1,000s. And then you need a couple thousand over that for things like getting the thing picked up, buying materials, which blasters I don't really need to buy, but everything else, wiring and all that kind of stuff, switches, all that kind of stuff. Then vinyl wrapping for all the people who would sponsor it, and the way I would fund this is by selling sponsor spots on it. So you would be in multiple videos, and you'd be on a physical thing that, while I'm not guaranteeing would be at like Ragfest 2025, potentially could. And anytime you see that in a video, your logo, name, whatever, would be on it. So, that's the idea. I'm not sure how optically, what the optics of that are. Me asking to fund that kind of project. I've never done it. That being said, I have plenty of room to work on a project like that and film it. I'm literally sitting above a garage right now. So, that's the idea. What more we could add for, maybe I can get stickers made by Slater. I'd have to pay him for that, obviously, but maybe that's another thing that we could sell. T-shirts or something, that's another way we could do it. Again, this all depends on what Slater's workload is and if I have money to throw into his mouth. If I could just stuff Slater's mouth full of dollar bills, everybody would be happy. But I refuse to do this without paying Slater. Size? Big enough. That is an idea I have, Nicholas. What I want, if I can get this done, and I honestly don't know how hard it would be. What I would want is on the controls, you would have a button that you could press. You're like wearing a hat or something. A button that would track the Moab to where your head is pointing. Right? So you press that button, that's basically like the rev trigger, because that will snap the Moab to where your head is pointing. And then another button to fire the Moab. So the Moab would have a decent amount of tracking in front of the vehicle. That's one armament. I don't think that is necessarily that hard. I could do a joystick, like a thumbstick, but if you're driving something, I think that would work out better. So that way it's like you can not like visually see it, but like if I'm looking at a thing, the Moab is pointed at that thing. Not an eye tracker per se, but that's the idea that I like. There was a toy that was supposed to come out in NERF that was literally that, and it never came out. Buff Daddy would know about it because it never came out, and I know he was looking for one. But that's the idea of the level of what I'm looking to do. What is the Maxim Pro 1 out of 10? I'd say the Maxim Pro is a 9 out of 10. Kind of like that, yeah. That's a good way of putting it, Shirako. Basically the same kind of idea, but with head tracking. It would have rockets. Pneumatic rockets. That's easy, because that's just like a compressor and some solenoids. That's not even a problem. Do you have a Rival Edge Helios? The Rival Edge Helios never came out. Some of the drums were leaked from China, but the blaster itself was never released. Kinda sorta tag. Not quite that, but kinda sorta. So you can see the potential of this as a project with like, just in terms of like YouTube audience. And it would be one of those things where it's like, you would not see it until it's done, and then you would start seeing like a build video, and then we could do crazy stuff with it. It would not be a thing where you would see it like as I'm building, like, hey guys, here's episode 1. You wouldn't see that. This is, I think, the Payon theme from Ragnarok Online. I'm pretty sure this is Payon, yeah. Somebody needs to play more early 2000s Korean MMORPGs. The Rival Edge Helios Crunchy. That Rival Edge, the greenish, yellowish one. Hidden headlight blasters. Yeah, obviously there would be stuff like that. Would it be tracked? Would it be a tracked vehicle or like an armored car? I cannot tell. It would be a thing that was funded, and you might not hear about it for 6 months to a year. I don't think it'd take that long, but it would take a while, because I'd still have to do normal content on top of working on this. So that's the idea. Commander Wolf asked how many people would it carry? 1. But that's because it would be as armored up as possible. That's why. So it wouldn't be like a crew vehicle, and while this wouldn't be NERF War legal for obvious safety concerns, it would be NERF War capable. If that makes sense. I couldn't build, like, any kind of big vehicle would be a huge safety concern at a war. But it would be, if you wanted to, and safety wasn't a concern, it would be a monster. Absolute destroyer of worlds. Kind of sort of deform and Nita. Yeah, it wouldn't be, that would be, like, straight up, it would be a thing where it's like, I will try to get this in NERF War footage for fun, but it wouldn't be like, oh, you're building this for a NERF War. Not unless that NERF War is like the largest NERF war there is. Like, HVZ, it would be hilarious. But it would be such a safety liability you couldn't. Yeah, kind of like that. Scirocco. So, I'm curious. This is the most, I've talked to like 2 or 3 people about it. This is the most I've put it out there without divulging what I have planned. That being said, like, if it's a good idea, I'll go forward doing a pitch video for it. But now that more people know, my idea, for those of you just joining us, is that I want to fund... Classic for Real just tipped $50. If this helps tip it over the edge to get you to do a pitch video or even fund the pitch video, then do the pitch video. Also, what am I even doing with my life? But hopefully enough people will just like the pitch video. It's gonna be a... I don't know how to make that video fun, but I will do my best. Thank you very much, Classic for Real. Holy crap, that's a $50 super chat. Or a tip. Holy crap. That's a... Thank you. Yeah, so, for those of you just joining me, I want to build a thing. To fund the building of said thing, I would like to do a pitch video offering the thing and what I plan to do with the thing and the full plans for said thing. A vehicle, a tank, if you will, that is NERF capable, that is still entirely NERF themed, but is obviously a departure for the channel. And to fund it, I would sell sponsor slogan spots on the vehicle. So it would be a community-driven project. That might take a couple of months to come into fruition, would require way more funding than the actual cost of the thing itself, because even if the thing itself is a couple $1,000s, and then on top of that you need money to pay people for things I want to do, like mounting a Moab to it that has like head tracking, so I can press a button on the controls and the Moab turret will snap to where I'm looking, and then you press another button to fire, and so I could be like driving forward and looking to the right, and the Moab would fire to the right kind of thing. So, and that's one armament of many. There would be a lot, including pneumatic rocket launchers and stuff on it. It would be the most anime tank vehicle Nerf thing that we could do. Would it be customizable? This isn't a product, but yes, it would have hard points on it that could be swapped out for different things. The entire point is to make it something where it's like it would have most likely one armature that would be fully, like, you could not remove it, and then several others that would be like hard points where it's like, as long as it's got an electronic trigger, or you could make an electronic trigger for it, you could mount it to this vehicle. I want it to be something, think of something out of Twisted Metal or Vigilante 8, but for Nerf. Does that make sense? That's my goal, is I want something from Vigilante 8 for Nerf. It would obviously have to be more fun than serious, but it would still be a fully capable thing. Theoretically, that would be possible, Silver Squid, but the actual thing itself would be so dangerous to actually use in a war, I don't think we could. Yeah, there will be a proton pack on it. 100%. So, again, to give you the idea of what I'm looking to make, it would be something like that. It would be fun, but what I wanted to get was just any ideas like, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea, because once I actually do a pitch video for it and divulge everything, it's kind of like all or nothing now. It's like, do we get the funding? Do we not get the funding? I would not be able to continue with the project unless the initial thing was filmed. Like, if I have 35 sponsor spots at however much money I would need for that, I'm expecting it to cost like $6 grand total. And so, like, it would have to be like 6,000 divided by 40. Like, yeah. So that'd be like 42 sponsor spots. Or I would do a platinum sponsor, a big, huge, massive area, 2 gold sponsors, which are bigger areas, and then a bunch of little tiny sponsor spots, which could be channel logos to just people's names on it. That's my plan. So I'll dig through the rest of that. As far as I know, this hasn't been attempted in the hobby, but that would be the idea. And then it would just be like, I would get a list of people that are like, I would like to donate this spot, this spot, this spot. And then if that goes through, then I would have everybody send money to a Venmo or something like that. I would purchase the thing. I would make a sponsorship channel or something where I could do update videos bi-weekly on the actual project, or just whatever I want to film on the project, because all that filmage has to go into a main video at some point anyway. But there would be inside, like, not like Patreon, but there would be like a way that people who funded the project or who still want to get into the project can donate to see it. We can also try selling like shirts and like, you know, shirts and stickers and stuff like that to also help try to fund it after the fact. Coop did it well, the golf cart. Well, I'm going to do an insanely better job than Coop did. We can look this up, because I guarantee you this is a fraction of what I'm thinking. Coop golf cart. That did not work. Coop 772 heart. I hate it. Chad, I can blow that out of the water without even trying. That's not even fair. That's obviously 8 years ago, but come on, Coop. I can't believe that got millions, like 1.6 million views, and that's all it is. Yeah, we can do better. I'll give Walcom 1 for every response he gets on this. I don't know what that means, Classic for real, but thank you very much for the $2 super chat. You're better off mounting a mob to the bed of a small pickup. The bed could catch the shells and incorporate your D into it still. Yeah, but you're talking about a pickup. obviously won't be usable on a Nerf field. You know what I mean? Do you mean, like, should I make a thing, like a pole classic? Is that what you're talking about? Like, it would still, you could still have a catch shoot and, like, the ammo, like the box mag and everything, and still have it all be good. It could be easily done. Should I? All right, poll's live. Kind of like that, Dorian, but I want to do this, like, it's going to be a specific Nerf thing. Like, it's not going to be a car that I buy or a golf cart I buy. It's going to be, from the ground up, a Nerf thing to the max. Like, I want to make that very clear. If you are interested in funding something like this, you are more than welcome to send me an email. I've had this idea for like 4 days, and I've talked to a couple of people, and they were like, dude, that's the best idea ever doing. And I was like, dude, I'm getting really excited, and I can't tell if this is a bad idea or not. And I'm withholding most of the information about this, specifically because I don't want to blow my load too early. Shirako, I have the ad set on YouTube Auto for balanced. Thank you, Quiet Wyatt. So, the idea here is that I could take it to events, probably just along the West Coast. There's not really a way for me to take it farther than that without, like, substantial investment. You would have to pay me to bring the thing to your thing. Like, you would imagine, like, I don't own a truck. To get this, the foundation of all this would require paying my older brother probably a couple $100 to take an afternoon of his time. It could be street legal. Nothing is impossible, but I don't think it would pass street legality on the sheer fact that it would have Nerf all over it. I just want to know if people want to see something like this and if their potential, like, I would start it off with sponsorship funding, and from sponsorship funding, I would move into, like, selling. I could use money from that to pay Slater for a couple of designs for, like, shirts and stickers and stuff like that. That would be the next step. So the first step would be pitch video, where I lay out all of my plans. That's where I'm not really looking for ideas, but you could still suggest them, and I would take good ones. But I would have a mock-up of the vehicle done, explain what I want to do and how I'm going to do it, the amounts these things would most likely cost. I would have to call some local companies to find some answers of how much things like a vinyl wrap would cost, and if that's even possible. And I'm not going to lie, the vehicle itself and vinyl wrapping the vehicle with the sponsors would probably be the two biggest investments. I already own a Moab. If I wanted to wire up the Moab for external firing, I'm sure Gatling Tommy would offer me some help, but if he didn't, I'm sure I can figure out a way to do it. It's a micro switch after all. There's a million different blasters that could go on it. I will make it, again, I want you to think of something from like Vigilante 8 or Twisted Metal, but Nerf. It would not be a full vehicle, and like not like I'm not gonna go out and buy like, a Ford Ranger and bolt Nerf guns to it. It's not that. But it will be an existing platform that I will turn into a Nerf technical, essentially. So, that's the idea. Again, I'm withholding a lot of information because I am a lot farther along with this than you think. I just wanted to gauge interest to see, is this a thing that should be done? Could it be street legal? Yes. Has somebody converted one of these things I'm talking about to be street legal? Yes. Would it necessarily? Probably not. But everything I plan on adding to it Nerf-wise would be a hard point. So, and you're talking like 3+. It's going to be pretty insane. I want to be able to swap things out and put things on it. It would be funny to go through a McDonald's drive-thru with it. But I don't think it would happen simply because, again, with a whole bunch of Nerf things all over it, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be legal. Walcom, are you doing a video on the L330 metal half-dart sniper? Not that I know of. That said, I don't have one, so. Hey, Nicholas. Other than a power fluctuation there, it's pretty good. No, we would need every inch of this vehicle for sponsors. I would have to almost like go look at the thing, take measurements, and math things out to figure out how many sponsor spots I could sell. It's less than you would think, but yeah. The pitch needs to be comprehensive on setting expectations, obviously. I would have a mock-up, like I would probably do the mock-up about halfway of what I think I'm capable of doing, but even halfway would make it above and beyond anything else ever made as far as I know of in terms of this community. That's the plan. Like I would have a, like I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna do a mounted Moab, I would make sure I can talk to somebody first about like, hey, how hard would it be to do? Like I could mount a Moab, that's fine. That actually wouldn't even be that hard. But if I want to mount a Moab and make it computer controllable, that's different. Hours budget would be a need. I don't know if hours would be applicable because it's not been done, but it would have like a time limit and it would have regular updates. And budget-wise, I have a vague idea of how that would work out. Most of the stuff I already have. Yes, Homely, but first I would have to buy the thing, and that's the problem. But I might be able to find dimensions of it online. Pretty much like that, Deform and Beta. Pretty much like that. Zero would pay for a vinyl wrap as the largest skins button. I would put an offer in the pitch video for X-Shot to like do something like that. They could be a platinum sponsor. I think that would be the easiest way to sell sponsor spots on. A vinyl wrap place, maybe. I actually haven't looked for one near me. Although I live in, you know, near Seattle. It shouldn't be hard for me to find a place. Yeah, there's one in Gig Harbor. There's one in Bremerton. There's two in yeah, there's plenty near me. And I could, like, walk in there and just talk to a dude and, like, hey, how much would this, like, theoretically, how much would this cost? Especially if I did the art and they just tweaked it up. Now I just want to mount a full auto blaster and a security camera, Metal Gear Solid. So that's the vague idea. I've been sitting on that for most of this week. Again, I talked to a couple of people, but I think that might be like my next, like I want to do a big project and I want to do something different. And I think this is a way to incorporate a bunch of the ideas I've had into one thing. Full Chinese food, man. See, I wanted to be a little bit more involved in that, Commander Wolf. The Power Wheels thing was an idea. God, why is there like 30 people in the voice chat in the Discord? Jesus. Would offering a sponsor to DZ ruin... Kinda? I would offer them a sponsorship spot. I wouldn't offer them to sponsor the entire project because they couldn't have creative control. That's the thing. Because I wouldn't want to use, unless the money was insane. If Dart Zone wanted to sponsor... See, the problem is if I had a background of doing this, then it would be easier to sell the idea. But I don't, so... But, if Dart Zone wanted to sponsor the whole thing and I only had to use Dart Zone products, this would still be feasible. But they would have to, like, double the total budget. So if my budget is, like, $6 grand, they would have to pay me 12. Because it would be so much more work trying to figure out how to use just their stuff. Not impossible. But it would be something that would be much harder and different than what my vision is. Have a good night, King Kavosha. Same thing with X-Shot. Like, X-Shot has, you know, the Rage Fire. So that would be easier because those are miniguns and I just have to make them better. But it would still, like, I could only use X-Shot products. That would kind of suck. Did I not say thank you to Cybermedic? I feel like I didn't. I feel like a complete butthole right now. Cybermedic, if you're still here, please sound off in the chat. I am so sorry if I didn't say anything. When is the second Siren vid? I actually have no idea. They sent me another thing to do a product video on, but I don't know what the timeline for them is. You will eat my keyboard? My keyboard is beautiful. Please don't eat it. Look at how beautiful that is. I broke the screen. I was carrying it back from one of the live streams and I snapped it right off the charger port. Cybermedic, you're amazing. Thank you very much. I am not worthy of your patience and understanding, but thank you, Cybermedic, for the $10 tip. I can stop it now. Are we done? Do you want me to stop it now? I can stop it now. You're the one who wanted it. Cold. Sorry, chat. Yes, Cyber, it was in my newest video. Is that the RN login music? No, I believe this is Prontera's theme. It did go to a different playlist than what I had going on. But yeah, this is Prontera's theme from Ragnarok. I just bit my lip. I hope nobody saw that. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I heard that it wasn't performing that well, but it's also the first video I've uploaded in like 3 weeks, so chances are it would be slower. I'm gonna look it up, even though I know it's gonna be disappointing. That's not half bad. It's still 10 out of 10. Worst video I've uploaded in the last 10 videos, but I don't think that's from me not doing a good video. I think that's just YouTube being YouTube. Like, if you want to tell me that's one of my worst videos I've ever made, feel free. Maybe the thumbnail's bad. I don't know. But in terms of actual video, I think it turned out pretty good. For me using an entirely new editing software and stuff on it. Yeah, this is from Ragnarok Online, bots. Yeah, YouTube gives you a thing that to absolutely destroy your mental health, which is you can see what your last video did in YouTube Studio, and so this video is the worst video I've uploaded to my channel in comparison to the previous 10 videos. So that's not great, but I don't think it's because the video was bad, and that's the fun part is I don't get to sit here and be like, oh, my video is bad because I'm bad. No, it's just YouTube being YouTube. I'm not worried about it. I think the video was good, and I think it's a great step forward. Oh no I don't, because my freaking computer shut off. I had the thumbnail still open so I could edit it. Oh well. I might make a new thumbnail for it if it's like really bad click-through rate. We'll find out. I did the old like site test and it looked pretty good to me. As for the video, the thumbnail being a bit repetitive, you kind of need them to be, because people need to know it's like your style. But I don't know. You would think the new and the title and the actual blaster would be different enough. Yeah, I'm not worried. Like I said, if the video doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. That's fine. I'm late to the party on that video. I've got 30 other blasters that you can see that I can do videos on, and they'll be quick. I plan on filming all of the B-roll for like the next 10 videos tomorrow. That's the idea. That's why I did videos the way I did it. I changed up my thumbnail style, or not my editing style, so I can bulk do all of the unboxing and the B-roll and stuff like that, and then even do bulk doing of the firing footage. YouTube is pretty awful for your mental health when it comes to content creation. The worst part is when it feels like YouTube just punishes you. Oh, you didn't upload for a week? Oh, your next video is going to do bad no matter what. You could find the cure for cancer and upload it, it's still going to do bad. It's strange how some content creators can make 2 videos a year and they get millions of views. And then some content creators, like, if they upload every day, they get less views than somebody who uploads once a week. Excuse me. That's the most frustrating point about YouTube. Like, my thumbnail could be bad, but I like, for the video's sake, I still think the video was good. I think it's good. I was happy with it. Is there more I could have done? Yes, but I think the newest video was a lot more edited than my normal videos. I did do different things on that thumbnail. Yes, I'll do the pitch video. We can close the poll. I will focus for that for the end of next week, or this week, I guess. Damn it, Classic. Thank you so much. Used Nerf name without Nerf permission. Are you talking about on the vehicle I'm going to make? Nerf doesn't own the Nerf name, just the logo. Would I ever cut my hair? Man, I've been thinking about it. It's annoying. You have no idea how many times I roll over in the middle of the night and pull my own hair out. It's about down to my waistline. But, yeah, and it takes, like, 15 minutes a day brushing and it still looks awful. I don't know. I like it, though. I've had short hair my whole life. Have you seen the Maxim Pro from Adventure Force? It just showed up at my... Are you having a meme, J-Con? How long I've been growing it? Since COVID. It was my COVID beard and my COVID, Yeah, this is the most facial hair I can grow in years. Yeah, it's hella annoying dealing with this. You have no, like... Wife will roll over while she's sleeping and rip out my hair. Oh, it sucks. I like it. I don't know if I want to go back to short hair, but I don't know. I don't work a regular job, so I don't have to worry about that kind of level of scrutiny. Hey, it caught in your own armpit when you take your seat. Yeah, I've had issues. I've slammed in the car door before. Like this, like blowing and hitting me in the eye, that's frustrating. Do I have any tattoos now? Just make it entirely out of Nerf bars. Oh, from like a truck? I know, I said if I'm gonna get a tattoo, Slater's the one who has to tattoo me. If I hit like 500,000 subs on YouTube, I'd probably tattoo. I mean, it's been such a long portion of my life, though. Excuse me. Thank you, Blake. There you go, J-Con. Hey, Nexus. I might be calling it. I'm tired. I woke up kind of early trying to finish the video. It took way longer than I thought it would. Halfway through editing, it stopped, like, when I would cut out a portion, automatically shrinking the video. I just stopped doing that for some reason. I was having all sorts of little issues with it. I managed to get it through, and I think it's still held together pretty fair. But yeah, there was a annoying portion there where stuff was not working, and I was like, oh my god, am I going to have to screw all of this stuff? But no, I worked, I don't know how much editing hours on that. It was a lot, but it was mostly just learning the new stuff. Now I have a system down, so I should be more organized than I've ever been when it comes to video content production. And now I have things I can do. So like when I don't feel like getting in front of the camera, I could write a script. If I don't feel like writing a script, I could just shoot B-roll. Like I could unbox all of those blasters tonight, right? And that footage would all be relevant, you know, from now on. That's like, I don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't unbox the blaster until I get on camera. That was an issue. Now it's not there anymore. What happened with California? I went down to run a Nerf war for a venture capitalist group, and we drove 16 hours there and 16 hours back. Have you heard of Saber? Yeah, I have a Saber M20. Is the UPS store even open tomorrow? Can I check the PO box tomorrow? Nope, they're opening. Wait, no. That's the vinyl store. Nope, they open Monday. Alright, I can't check the PO box until Monday. Weird, there's a lot of guys in here with long hair. There should be a Desperado waiting for you already. Well, that sucks. I won't be able to check until Monday, demon. Have a good night, Slater. Don't be a stranger. Talk to you later. I think I'm pretty much done right now anyway. I've ran out of things to talk about. Maybe next weekend we can do a mod stream. I have an idea for a couple of mod streams. Why Android over Apple? Because Apple's garbage. My wife has an iPhone, and I had an iPhone for, what, like 4 years, 5 years? They're awful. Why would anybody like iPhones? Love your face too, Slater. Just because you put that on Discord doesn't mean I can't read it out loud in chat. Alright. I am gonna probably disconnect for a while. My schedule, next video is going to be on that, that was not a good animation, the barrel, chrono barrel thing, the T238, whatever they named this new one. Gonna do a video on that. That'll probably be Monday, but tomorrow I'm going to film B-roll for like 10 videos and just get all the B-roll out of the way. That way, all I have to do is, you know, script and shoot, script, shoot for everything. I want to say I'm going to try to do 2 shorts a week, 3 full lengths. I have a bunch of shorts already written out, so we'll see how that goes. But I have plans. You'll be sick of me soon enough. It took a while to get to this point, but I think we're finally at that point. If you watch my newest video, almost everything is different. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake, changing my entire content up. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much, everyone. And you have a fantastic Saturday night or Sunday morning if you happen to live on the other side of the ocean. And I will see you, hopefully, Monday. We should do streams more often. I just don't always have an idea for these streams. But I kind of want to start doing, like, an early stream, too, for people who can't catch the late-night ones. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Bye! How do I shut this thing off again?